For In the News TV Daily, Young Miami's $125,000 Mercedes-Benz G-Wagon was hit 14 times after leaving the Miami studio. The pregnant act-up rapper walked away from the incident untouched, which is really good. But she finally speaks to the public after the situation. Now we have video of what happened after, her explaining it to the authorities, and what happened leading up to the events. You might want to check this out. I got some good information for you.
I'm in the news with it.
Now make sure you subscribe with the bell notifications on with this video. That way when I post it comes straight to your phone. Like I always say, I don't post each and every day. I don't annoy you guys with the notifications. So once I post, you definitely want to check it out. And sometimes I remove the video. So sometimes when I post, make sure you watch it as soon as it pops up, because it might not be there a couple hours from now. Let's get into the news. Now, Young Miami, one half of the hip-hop pair City Girls, was marked by a drive-by firing in Miami. But luckily, she and her unborn baby were uninjured. Law enforcement experts are saying that the Miami-Dade PD got a call about a discharge in early Tuesday morning near the studios, which goes by the Circle House Studios in Miami. Now, looking at the scene and just doing my research, it looks like it's maybe one of those in-house studios. So anyway, Young Miami was in a red Mercedes G-Wagon that took all of the hits, but she was not hit at all, or her baby. Now, the G-Wagon is actually purchased by Young Miami's baby father, 808 Mafia. It's alleged that the vehicle was actually a bulletproof vehicle. So for whoever actually tried to do that to her, they didn't do their homework, they didn't do their research. You can see Young Miami in this video is at the scene with the authorities. Now she's clarifying exactly what happened. She told the officer she heard noise coming from behind the vehicle, and the vehicle actually had its lights off. And they say the shell actually thumped through a spare tire of her transportation. She was reportedly leaving the studio when it happened, when the Miami PD were examining. But we're being told that there are no suspects at this time. Young Miami announced that she's expecting her second child in June, but it's unclear how far along she is. What's unusual about this is just a week ago, Kodak Black dissed her in a freestyle from the pen, made an offensive remark about her pregnancy. Now Kodak said this, quote unquote, "I brought Miami a ring, she went and had 808's baby. When I see her, I'ma hit that chick in her stomach. The way I keep this is too real, they say I'm messing up my money." Now 808 is a reference to the 808 Mafia producer Southside, who is currently Miami's baby dad, Child to B's father. Here's the clip of Young Miami telling the folks what happened to her.
But you know how like they had their lights off, so I never saw them. Like whoever it was, they had their lights off. I don't know where they came from. No, it came from behind me. It started from behind me. They didn't start, they started from behind me, because when I got to the house, I said, oh, somebody shoot. The first I did, the bell time hit me. And then I don't know how the shot came from the side because he stayed in my window.
Young Miami posted to her Instagram after the incident happened, and she said this. She says, "Thank you everyone for your expressions of sympathy and prayers and condolences. Me and my baby Summer are perfectly fine. Thank you to everyone that reached out to me. I'm okay. Love y'all." Now this post had over 111,000 likes. Now my concern about this, or my thing is, a lot of people are accusing certain people. I'm just looking on the blogs, or the blogs sitting back watching. Some people are saying that Kodak has something to do with it. Some people are saying the Haitians had something to do with it. I have no clue who actually did it, but you got to think about this. They were definitely waiting, and they're definitely tracking her, and they were waiting for her to come out. So when she actually came out, they knew that it was actually her in the vehicle, because of course she had to go into the car, or the Jeep rather. So I don't know what's going on with Young Miami, but she definitely needs to be safe. A lot of people in my comments who just do my research, like I always say, a lot of people are saying that she needs to move to Atlanta or LA, because you got to think, it's actually from Miami or a Florida area, so she definitely needs to leave and get to safety and just go around different energy and different people. Now you got to think Kodak Black is actually from Florida as well, so if you put two and two together, if they're really beefing, turn for the worse. So we definitely got to keep an eye out for that. Now concern has continued to flood in on social media in Miami, who is currently pregnant with her second child. While fans wait for an official update on the situation, we reported yesterday that the authorities have decided not to issue any public statements regarding this while we probe into the situation that's ongoing. Now, do I think Kodak Black actually had anything to do with the situation? I highly doubt it. That Kodak Black is actually in federal lockup. When I say federal, you guys know, anybody that's ever known anyone or have dealt with anyone who's facing federal charges, you know they do their homework and they're all over you. They're tracking every step, even while you're locked up. So for Kodak to have any hands in the situation, I don't even believe that. Now what I'm thinking is either Kodak or maybe a fan of Kodak, or maybe a stan, or maybe even a friend or associate of Kodak took it upon themselves to actually do that, if it has anything to do with Kodak. Now I definitely want to say that disclaimer that I don't think he did it, but just thinking on the outside looking in, I'm sure this is maybe a week after Kodak released that song or that freestyle, so you got to think people are still in their feelings. And another thing is, you definitely got to keep your friends close and your enemies close. So you got to really think about it. Who would know that Young Miami's actually leaving the studio at that time, and who would know where Young Miami's studio is, unless it's someone in her circle or someone really close to her giving the location on her. So you guys really got to think about that. Now with 808 Mafia, like I keep saying, if I was him, being a man, I would just say, hey, we need to relocate. We got to move to LA, we got to move to Atlanta, just for things to calm down, especially until you have the baby. You got to think a lot of stress is on Young Miami. She's pregnant. This situation just happened. You got to think she's thinking all type of thoughts and stressing out. So I would definitely move to Atlanta. Southside is from Atlanta, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. I think he's from Atlanta. So I will relocate to Atlanta until she has the baby, get things situated, release this album, and go on tour or go on promo, get your money, re-up, stay safe, but stay out of these Miami streets. Like Boosie said, man, it's hypnotized with hatred where you're from. Miami is where she's from, so she definitely has to relocate. I know she's waiting for her other part of the group to come back, but she might need to relocate for a while till things cool down. Now, I know everybody's saying the hot girl summer's coming to an end, so you guys definitely got to be careful, especially Young Miami. She has another kid to think about. This is her second child, like I keep saying. Yeah, I would definitely suggest her to move. Atlanta's not that bad. It's, you know, Black Hollywood. She can collab. She is with QC and them, so they're down in, I think P is down in Miami as well, but I think he goes back and forth. So if she can just stay clear of the BS until she has her baby, and like I said, get back to the bag, they'll be on tour. So I think she's just kind of waiting to have this baby and wait for the old girl to get out of lockup and things like that. So, and then a lot of people were bringing up old tweets about what Young Miami was talking about the Haitians. So if you guys don't know, Miami is full of Haitians. Well, not full of Haitians, but they have a section where the Haitians are. And they were saying that she, on her tweets, I'll bring them up right here. On her tweet, she was talking about Haitians bad, talking about they're dirty and things like that. So you got to think, even though it was in 2015, they were just waiting for a reason to turn on her. Now she's talking bad about Kodak Black. Her baby daddy's talking bad about Kodak Black. So they might have just been waiting, or they might have just found the perfect opportunity to get her this time. They might have been trying to get her for a while. But if you really think about it, man, a bulletproof G-Wagon, so she probably knew what was up, or at least her baby daddy knew what was up. At 1 o'clock in the morning, leaving the studio with a pregnant woman, and they're sitting behind her and let off 14 rounds. This is not like just a warning shot. This is kind of like, I'm trying to take you out of here. Fortunately, she was lucky enough to get away unharmed, untouched. My advice for her moving, I would definitely get a studio in the crib. She got to have a studio in the crib and make people come up, producers, other artists, everyone pull up to the crib. Especially now, she looks like she's ready to pop. I think she's a few more weeks away, so have them pull up to the crib, have the security tight. Don't let just anybody come through. Only people that's gonna work, not entourages. Be secured up, camered up. It should be straight. What do you guys think? Make sure you comment below, thumbs up the video, hit the subscribe button with the bell notifications on. I want to know what you think, so let me know. Comment below and comment under someone else's comment. Let's get a big whole community going, and we'll talk about it, man. I'm in the news with it. I'll catch you on the next one.